Alright, this was the screen we had in our last example. The same polynomial here. And we looked at the factor theorem in our last video. Now, let's say you got this x cubed plus x squared minus 14x minus 24. And you're asked to factorize it. How will you do it? Alright. What you do is test some numbers. Let x equal 1. Now, if you put 1 in there and you get 0, then x minus 1 is a factor, right? 1 cubed plus 1 squared minus 14 minus 24. This will be 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus 14 minus 24 is definitely not going to give you 0. So you try negative 1. Let x equal negative 1. Negative 1 cubed plus negative 1 squared minus 14 by negative 1 minus 24. This will give you negative 1 plus 1, that's 0. Minus 14 by negative 1 is a positive 14 minus 24, and that's certainly not going to give you 0. So now you try 2. Let x equal 2. So you have 2 cubed plus 2 squared minus 14 by 2 minus 24. 2 cubed is 8 plus 2 2 is 4 minus 14 2 is 28 minus 24. 8 and 4 is 12. 12 minus 28 minus 24. And you said 12 minus 28 is going to be what? 12 minus 28 is, alright, if you have 28 and you minus 12, you're going to get, it's going to be 6, 1. This will be negative 16 minus 24. That's certainly not going to give us 0. So let's try negative 2 now. So you try positive 1, then negative 1, then positive 2, then negative 2. Then what you have is negative 2 cubed plus negative 2 squared minus 14 by negative 2 minus 24. Negative 2 cubed, negative 8. Plus 2 2 is 4. Negative 14 minus negative 2 is positive 28 minus 24. So you have negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4 plus 28 minus 24. Negative 4 plus 28 is 24, and 24 minus 24 is 0. So therefore, f of negative 2 equals 0. Therefore, x minus negative 2 is a factor, or x plus 2 is a factor. So you would find one of the factors there. You could continue, and then you try 3, it wouldn't work. Then when you try negative 3, it would work. So you get out 2 factors. And you could continue trying 4 and negative 4. But it would be risky to continue, because one of the numbers could have been, say, x minus 16. And you wouldn't have the time to be trying 4 and negative 4, 5 and negative 5, 6 and negative 6, and go on and on like that. So you have x plus 2 is a factor. What you'll have to do after that is this. You have your x cubed. Let me write it down further. You have your x cubed plus x squared minus 14x minus 24. And you divide by x plus 2. That's what you have to do, right? You're going to get out a quadratic equation now. and you factorize that. Let's divide. X into x cubed goes x squared times, put it up here, x squared times x plus 2 gives you x cubed plus 2x squared. And you make sure all of these are lined up, and there, if there's a missing power, you put 0 here. For example, if you had x to the 4th plus x squared, you would fill in the blank space by putting in a plus 0x cubed, right? Something like that. But anyway, let's continue this. So, subtract these. X cubed minus x cubed, that's 0. 1x squared minus 2x squared will be negative x squared. And then you bring down the negative 14x. Alright? Now, x into negative x squared is going to be negative x. Negative x times negative x was negative x squared. Negative x times positive 2 is minus 2x. And you subtract again, negative x minus negative x, that's gone, it minus itself. Negative 14x minus negative 2x. Negative 14 minus negative 2 is the same as negative 14 plus 2, which is what? Which is negative 12. So this is negative 12x. 24 minus 0 is 24, so you bring it down. Minus 24. I said 0 because there's an invisible 0 there. I subtract. It's a negative 24 minus 0. But anyway, x into negative 12x goes negative 12, right? Negative 12 times x is negative 12x. Negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. When you subtract these, you get 0. No remainder. Alright, so you're finished with the division. Right. Remember, what you do is use long division here. You divide x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 24 by x plus 2. Now, we have this quadratic, x squared minus x minus 12. You could use the AC method to factorize 8. Remember, you have ax squared plus bx plus c as the general form of the quadratic equation. In this case, a equal 1, b equal negative 1, because 1x, write it down here, this is 1x squared plus negative 1x, alright, plus negative 12. So c is negative 12, right? Now, a times c is 1 by negative 12, which is negative 12. You find two numbers that multiply to give negative 12 and add to give negative 1. So b equal negative 1. The two numbers multiply to give AC and add to give b. They multiply to give negative 12 and add to give negative 1. So let's see what happens here now. We have which two numbers? Oh, 4 and 3 could be. Now, if we use negative 4 and positive 3, that would work. Negative 4 by positive 3 gives negative 12, and negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So, we split the middle part, the b, into negative 4 and 3. Right? We divide b into two parts, negative 4 and 3. So x cubed minus 4x plus 3x minus 12. Factorize this and then this. Make sure the same thing is in the brackets. X outside the bracket. Oh, it's x squared. Where did I get the x2 from? X squared. X minus 4 inside the bracket plus 3 outside the bracket. X minus 4 inside the bracket. You see that? To practice your factorization. Right? A quadratic equation. So, here now, we have the common factor, x minus 4. So, remember, this would be as if you have x times a minus 3 times a, and you put a outside the bracket and x minus 3 inside. Same principle apply, but instead of a, it is x minus 4. So you put x minus 4 outside the bracket. Inside the bracket you have x minus 3. So those are the other two factors. So you completely factorize this. X plus 2 is one of them. So as you see, x cubed plus 3x, x cubed plus x squared minus 14x. So therefore, x cubed plus 3x minus 14 plus 3x squared minus 14x. What else did it say? Minus 24. Is equal to, the first factor we had was x plus 2, right? X plus 2 is x plus 2 x, what's that is? X plus 2 x plus 3 x minus 4. Where I get this x minus 3, 5, x plus 3, to the plus here, x plus 3, x plus 3, and x minus 4. Completely factorized.